a smaller city than Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
This city is La Rosas.
Mm-hmm. Have you always been living there, or you have moved there 10 years ago or 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I lived here.
Mm-hmm. You can say, I have been living here for
Okay, okay.
5 years. Or you can say, I came here 5 years ago. Uh,
I have been living here for 5 years ago.
no,
Years. Years.
years.
Sorry.
Mhm. And where did you live before?
I have. I had been living in
Mhm.
Madrid.
No, here you give me
When
the fact. You can just say, I lived in Madrid.
I live
So,
in Madrid.
because
Okay.
it's
I
a
live.
fact. Yes, when we say some facts, we can use past simple. And when we say like 4 5 years, when we have some period in the past, then we should use have been living. So before you lived in Madrid. And why you decided to move from Madrid to Las Rosas?
Um, I decided to move from Madrid to Las Rosas because we had my son.
Mm-hmm. And
I,
And you decided that it's not good for a child to live in a big city.
so sorry. Can you repeat,
Yes,
please?
and you moved because you think that Madrid is not a good place to live with a
Yes.
child. Why? Give me some reasons.
Okay. Madrid is not a good place to have a child, in my opinion, because Madrid has too pollution.
Is Madrid is very polluted,
Is polluted,
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 no, polluted,
polluted,
polluted. Mhm.
polluted. Madrid is polluted.
It's
Madrid has too many cars, too many
It's
people.
better. It's better not to use has. So Madrid has. It's better to say there are in Madrid. Like there are. Like I muchos coches in Madrid. And here's the same. There are many cars in Madrid.
There are too many cars in Madrid. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are many cars in Madrid, and there are many,
Less,
less
less.
parks like here in Las Rosas.
And were you born in Madrid or you moved to Madrid?
But where I born in Madrid.
Yes, were you born in Madrid or you moved in Madrid?
I born in a hospital in Madrid.
No, I thought maybe you were born in some other place and then you moved to Madrid. And
No, no,
then
no.
from
I
Madrid you
born
moved to Las Rosas.
I born in Madrid.
I was born
I was born in Madrid.
in Madrid. All right. I was born. And tell me more about your wife. Where does she work? Where did you meet her?
My wife uh, was born in Malaga.
What do you know about Malaga?
What?
What can you tell me about
What
Malaga?
part?
No, what can you tell me
Malaga
about Malaga?
Okay, Malaga is a city of south of Spain. There are a lot of tourists, a lot of English. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Australia, but now I live on Tenerife. It's Canary Islands.
Okay, so there are a lot of Australian there, and Malaga is a city with a high temperature.
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 I'll write it. Temperature.
Temperature. Temperature.
Try to pronounce it. Temperature. Temperature.
Temperature.
Yes.
Temperature. 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 But it's a nice place, a nice city.
All right. Yes,
sorry.
Continue.
Malaga is no. Malaga has not too many citizens like Madrid.
There aren't many citizens.
There are many less citizens, no?
There are less, or you can say there aren't many.
There are less. There are less people than in Madrid.
And tell me more now about your wife. Where did you meet her? In Madrid?
My wife began to study in Madrid for 15 years ago.
Without for, she studied 15 years ago.
Yeah, she studied 16 years ago. And we meet. We meet in. We meet in a karate class.
Meet present. Met past. So in present it's meet, in past met.
We met in karate classes.
All right, and do you like to travel?
Yeah, I like travel.
And what was the last place where you traveled?
The last place?
Yes.
Where the last place, perhaps Portugal.
Tell me more about Portugal. Why you decided to go there?
In Germany.
Why you decided to go to Portugal and Germany? Do you like these countries? Which country is better?
I like more Germany.
Why?
Because the people and the society like me.
And if to compare Spain and Germany, What country do you like more?
Spain and Germany, or
Yes. If to compare.
what? Okay. Phew. It's depend on you. Perhaps you have more better food here in Spain and better weather. But in my opinion, the thinking about the nature or the ideas are in improving in Germany than in Spain. We have we have a pensamiento.
We think.
We think slowly than the German people, and I think that the proof is German is the train, is the locomotora,
The train.
the train of Europe, and this is like they work really hard here, but with head
And
without another focus, only one focus.
and what about Portugal? What you didn't like in Portugal?
I like Portugal, but it's like our cousins. Portugal is the small brother of Spain.
And why you decided to go to Portugal?
We were in Galicia. Galicia is in the near of Portugal, so we jump.
Right,
we jump a river and go to Portugal, north Portugal.
And why you decided to go to Germany for the first time? Was it your vacations?
The first time when I was a child, I like German. I don't know why, and I decided to learn German. So when I was 20, I think so. I think I traveled to German.
All right. And what about your hobbies? What do you like to do when you have free time?
When I have free time, I like make. I like make.
I like to make.
Well, I like make.
I like to
I
make.
like make. I like to make bricolaje.
Check how. What is it? How to say it in English?
Okay, what's the moment? Die.
DIY.
DIY.
Write me down the word in Spanish in our chat. I will check.
Bricolaje.
Let's see.
No, sorry, this bricolage.
Bricolage.
Bricolage. All right. Yes. Now I see. So you like to make bricolages?
Yeah. When I have free time, I like to make bricolage.
What else?
I like make something with wood or plants or plants plantar plantas. Or I like play with my son. I like
To cook.
to cook. I like to cook. I like to take a walk.
I like to walk.
I like to walk. I like to go to the cinema.
Do you have many plants
I
at
like
home?
to.
Do you have many plants at home?
Yeah, I like to be at home.
No, plants. Do you have many plants at home?
Many plants. Yeah. Okay, I had plants. I don't know how many. Perhaps 20
And do you live in an apartment or in a house?
in a house.
You live in a house.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a lot of territory where you can have trees.
No.
¿Vives en un piso o en una casa?
In a casa.
So you live in the house, but you don't have a lot of place for
No.
trees. All
I
right.
have only how I don't know how do you say that patio,
Mm,
a little patio, a little place to put my plants.
courtyard.
Yeah, that.
Write it down. Wait a second. Courtyard. Courtyard, or you can also use like backyard if it's on the back side of the house. It's a backyard.
Backyard.
What else?
Yeah, backyard.
What else do you do when you have free time? So we discussed going to the cinema, walking. What else? Cooking.
Fix whatever you want.
All right. And what about going to the cinema? Do you remember what was the last movie that you watched at the cinema?
Yeah, casi imposible.
What was it about?
This is a relationship between Charlize Theron and Freaky.
And
Charlize Theron is actress, American actress, and she wants to be the next American president, and she fall in love with a freaky Fred, I think. And this is the relationship between both. Finally, Charlize Theron is the American president, a president of America, the first woman, and this is the change of the role. Yeah,
roles.
roles. The man was in at home, and the woman is at work.
And do you like this changing of roles? Would you like to stay at home, and would you like your wife to go for a walk?
I don't have any problem to be at home. I like to do what I am me happy.
That makes me happy. I like to do things